I think I'll do my teachable thing here a little bit. Teachable, trainable. There was a guy I met. He's a billionaire. I don't meet too many billionaires. How many here have been a billionaire? Yeah, it's really something. He was on a cruise ship. He was also a Scientologist, by the way, and he wrote a lot of books. You probably might have seen him in late night shows. And he came up with a little system here, trying to figure out how you can measure somebody's, because he was always recruiting people to do his businesses and stuff like that. And he was trying to figure out how could he measure somebody's trainability or teachability, because he needed to teach the person how to do his work, right? So I kind of borrowed the system from him, and I'm sure he took it from some of the LRM stuff, which he does, and he openly says that he does Scientology and gives his people various information on Scientology. He has them back off. I mean, if you're a billionaire, so what? I actually have some millionaires on my as clients, and it just baffles me how some of them are still in the closet. You know, they're still afraid or something. But he figured out this way, and so we're going to figure out how trainable and teachable you are, right? Because you all are trainable and teachable. So we're going to try to teach you something today. So we want to, us speakers up here, want to see how trainable, how much we have to work up here, and teachable you are. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yes. It's good to know.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to know how trainable I am. You guys got paper, right? All right, so on your paper, I want you to write 1 to 10 over here. One at the bottom being the lowest, and at the top being the highest. And we'll just do a trial run here. This will be easy. And the first question is, say we're going to look at coming to the seminar. All right, coming to the seminar. And people out there who look at this on the internet can do this. The first question is, what are you willing to obtain, or what are you willing to do to come to the seminar? And obviously, it's number 10 because you're here. Right? Follow me? Okay, now the next question would be, what are you willing to give up in order to come to the seminar? Well, that'll be this weekend. Right? So again, you got number 10. Right? And the last one is, what are you willing to change or experience or have by coming to the seminar? 1 to 10. I'm willing to experience a lot, and have a lot, and have you, and have more knowledge. So I would put number 10. See how that goes? Very good. Okay, let's get back to a question here about our future as an independent group, because we are a group. Even the people who did not come to this event is part of the group, because you're independent from the church. So we can put everybody in this like pigeonhole who's independent from the church, using Scientology and Dianetics as part of the group. Does that make sense? Yeah, because I've been to Europe, and I talk to independents. They're out of the church. There was a church in Germany. They left the church in Germany. There was a church in Russia. And they left the church in Russia. We had 35 people from Russia here last year. I mean, yeah. All independents. We're all part of that group. It's a worldwide group, guys. It's a worldwide group. We're all Americans. Is there anybody here from foreign countries? No. Okay. But we're still part of that group. What would be a goal, a good goal for the independents? Anybody want to come up with a good goal?
Well, to have meetings that they would all come to someplace and really show up, not just not show up.
For what purpose?
To experience each other, to share our ideas, and to show what we've learned. And help.
Technical fraternity.
Stay connected and let's say the organization organize.
The independents organized?
Yeah.
For what purpose?
Repeat it. So for connection, you have to have an organization in order to go and get out there. You know, the reason the church is doing so well is they have all of that promotion and energy and organization, despite the fact that they're suppressive. But, you know, that really does a lot. I mean, I have my own company. It requires organization. There's a whole how to in order to come up with products.
Yeah, but there's got to be some purpose, some goal, some future goal, what you want to attain.
To promote the literature and help everybody on the planet.
But what's that going to do? What's the end product of all that?
Clear the plan.
Clear planet, that's a goal. You have a question? Yes.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that the goal would be of getting a group together. What I would want would be training and dissemination, learning how to, you know, trying to get others here, but I think you need training first before you can even do that. So I think the first thing would be having groups get together to do training. Then go out and disseminate.
For what purpose?
to bring others.
We back to Clear the Planet? Right, you're going to get others in. Say you get others in, people get trained, and then what's the end product of that? Change our world?
Yes, absolutely.
Over here.
I would say to network and connect to establish the independent training and auditing standardly all over.
Yeah. See, what are we experiencing here? We're experiencing in the last few years tremendous economic pressure and no jobs for a lot of people and a bunch of stuff from some group of people, right? From some culture or some group of people who are like very extreme capitalists, I call them, and just greedy people, right? Who are soaking up all the money. All right, that's
Say
not
like
good.
this,
That's not good.
The power mad bastards that run the country.
Well, whatever.
That's what it is.
But we're experiencing that. This is suppression on our lines, right?
Yes.
Okay, so like creating a saner world might be a better thing. Now, what happens is like if you can wake people up a little bit more, you know, out of their hypnotic state and the propaganda they're getting, we might have a little saner world and might vote somebody else in that, you know. Anyway, somebody else here got something.
When you're looking to take the individual, bring them up to the point where they're conscious, you can use the tech every day in their life. So if the individual says, well, I have to go to the auditor all the time, every day, to exist, they don't have the tech themselves for use. That's a definite purpose.
Makes a better world.
Yes, it does.
All right. You gonna say something?
Well, I was thinking that a really good goal for all of us, however we do it, is to make the technology of Scientology well thought of and widely used in the environment. And that just simply creates an environment where people can play a better game according to their own estimation, which is one of the stated goals of Scientology.
Well, just to create the environment, what Trey was talking about, I mean, create a little city-state where we're kind of independent from everybody else. We don't have to get caked into the society.
Talking about safe zone somewhere.
A safe zone somewhere.
Okay, well, we'll get back to that.
Work. I mean, more than just Scientology. I mean, we can actually be entrepreneurs in other areas as well.
Gulch, perhaps?
Pardon?
Gulch, perhaps?
Gulch.
Gulch. Who is John Gulch? Gulch.
Oh, Gulch.
Right.
That was a show at the other end. Look at the show.
And Rand, number 2.
I think basically we're looking at creating a future that we can look forward to, an awesome future for ourselves and for others, to use the technology to create a life that is enjoyable and they can connect it back to this technology works to make a better future, a better life for us, for our kids, for our children. The creation, using the tech to create an awesome future.
Very good, very good. Okay, so one more.
Just one more, to give people incentive so they'll be willing to come into something like this and share and learn and progress.
Okay. Well, this is how we're going to do it. What?
I think it is important to have some kind of structure because you want to keep the tech pure and not let it get squirrely. So I think that should be one of our goals, to make sure that if we're outside the church, there is some discipline along with using the tech.
Very good, very good. Okay, one more.
Ray, as you know, I've just now learned of the independent movement, and I'm back in Scientology after 30 years.
Let's give him a hand.
But it just keeps coming in my mind that if the church as it exists now is failing, then don't we have to replace it with something that works?
Bingo.
And it doesn't have to be something that eventually will be large enough to take on the whole world, and should we have an organization in place to do it, and the training, and personally, I need a place to go. That's what I haven't had for 30 years. I haven't had a place to go to.
Right, right.
Well, thank you.
Infrastructure.
All right.
Infrastructure, yeah.
Well, I'll show you something. Show you something. I've been in the independent field 22 years, like I said. And we have various clients. These are samples of clients. I'm going to show you how we're going to do all this, if you want to. Let's take this client here. He has 250 employees. Right? We have gotten him up the bridge, and now we're getting his duty up the bridge. We're counseling him in his business as well. He's taking this knowledge. Is it going down to these guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Same with my other client. So in essence, we up here, this could be you. In essence, we're handling or dealing or having an impact on thousands of people just by handling these 2-3 guys. See, you people here are key source terminals. You have more knowledge about the mind and the human spirit than people around you. You have the courage to use it. You have the courage to get out there and to come here. See, that tells me a lot. So this is how we can do it, because okay, to create a big organization, I'm not saying don't do it, because people have independent fields. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. See, there isn't I've been halfway around this world and seen independence. Europe, I've been in Japan, I've been in New Zealand. There isn't a big org in the independent field. Some guys from Japan called me and says, how many are in your staff? How big is your org? Org meaning organization, right? How big is your organization? And I said, there isn't any big organization in the independent field. There might be some practitioners. You might have 1 or 2 or 3 staff. But that's about it. So, one of the things that the people ran into back in the 80s, they started to turn their missions into orgs, right? Big organizations, or try to get them big. Some of these missions were like 30, 40 staff. And they were immediately attacked by the Church of Scientology, of course, copyrights, all that stuff.